Good day, I'm Protoshy. This is my Oblivion Remastered any percent speedrun guide. Before we get started, glitch and technique documentation will be linked in the description. Additionally, this guide will not cover setting up OBS or LiveSplit. Let me know if you'd like a video for that in the future. The first thing you want to do is choose Redguard as your race. They have increased athletics and speed, making them faster. They also have access to the important Adrenaline Rush Greater Power. While we wait at the start of the game, we want to hotkey the two spells we'll be using in this run, Adrenaline Rush and Flare. On PC and console, you may learn the exact series of button presses to do this as quickly as possible. Typically up, up, hotkey 1, right, right, hotkey 2, close. However, I use my mouse to navigate the menu, while pressing the hotkey buttons on my keyboard. In either case, if you're on PC, you may Alt-Tab in windowed mode to see your cursor, move it, and ready it without losing time before opening your menu. Next, we wait. Soon the Emperor will appear and we can truly start our run. One other thing you can do while waiting is ready one of the props in your cell for a prop fly glitch when you lose control of your character. I have not done that in this demonstration, but if you would like to learn how, I urge you to read the documentation in the description. Once the Emperor speaks to you, you'll want to be skipping dialogue. The same is true for every dialogue in the run. Next, you want to perform an aggro manipulation by aggroing Glenroy. This will anger Boris, the Emperor, and importantly Renault, who needs to be in the next area before the scene will progress. Come down and stand in about this spot and yield when Renault is just about to get to this spot. Next, the assassins will begin spawning, so jump up to their platform and take them out. You've got just enough magicka for 4 flares to do this quickly. If you miss one or more, just punch them. After the last assassin dies, quickly run back down the hallway and partway up the stairs to do the wall break skip. You'll want to hug the right wall going up the stairs and can turn around right about here. If you hug the wall tightly enough, the player will not be able to go past a certain point. This works as a good check spot. Run back down and stand near the wall that breaks. If you did the skip right, you should hear their dialogue cutting out as you run by them. Use your hotkey to select and cast Adrenaline Rush as the bricks fall from the wall. Run through the cave, open the dead goblin's inventory, and take all, R on PC. On the other side of the door, take all from this chest. Turn left and keep running. Now at this chest, we want the weak potions of respite inside as it restores fatigue. Unfortunately, it doesn't restore that much fatigue, so we have to duplicate it using arrows we took from the last chest, allowing us to keep sprinting for the rest of the run. Up next, you need to hotkey your potions you just duped. I like to do this while jumping over this ledge, because you need to unpress and repress your movement keys after opening a menu. I did not do that for this demonstration, but keep it in mind. Once you have the potions, you just need to keep moving through the next 2 areas. Just watch your fatigue bar. Do not let it reach 0 or you'll be unable to sprint for a few seconds, even after more potions. After entering the cave section with goblins, avoid hugging this wall and this wall too tightly as you can get stuck. Here I take all from this rat for its rat meat, which is an ingredient that has damage fatigue effect, which can be used as a fallback option if you don't get the camera offset glitch coming up. When you enter the room with the Goblin Witch, you can jump over the rat pit for a straighter line to the exit if you have enough stamina. Watch your Adrenaline Rush timer and keep your fatigue low without hitting 0 so you can enter an infinite sprint. In this demonstration, I will attempt to activate camera offset using the paralysis at the end of my infinite sprint on the other side of the next door. Here's a view of that without the fade to black effect. See how it makes your first person's perspective taller and allows you to look through walls.
Wake up, Red God.
Here we meet back up with the Emperor. In this demonstration, I flare the assassin on the ledge and aggro Glenroy to make him fight the assassin behind the door and the next door. After the second door opens up, tap Glenroy with your fists.
Here they come again.
You can also pickpocket Glenroy and then flare the assassin instead,
Protect the Emperor until
as shown in this
help
clip by Firekiller XX here on YouTube. Check out their link in the description.
arrives. Here they come again!
We need to get the Emperor out of.
Damn it! It's that prisoner again! Kill him! He might be
Once you've done that, kill these 3 assassins. Alternatively, kill 2 of them and let Glenroy kill the 3rd. This can be faster, but may fail if Glenroy can't get the job done. Go back and talk to the Emperor. Choose the Steed birth sign when prompted. After your chat with the Emperor, aggro Glenroy once he is leading the Emperor and the Emperor is following, and stay away from Boris. He will attempt to talk to you and give you a torch while he's not aggressive. Lead them down this path, killing these assassins which are standing around. You caused this earlier by punching Glenroy at the door. Here, while I wait for Glenroy to catch up, I lower my fatigue and eat rat meat to attempt the camera offset glitch again. If you got this earlier in the run, you won't need to do this. Yield to Glenroy when he's reached this clearing, and watch for him to stop in this spot and start moving towards the door. At that moment, the next area is unlocked. Aggro Glenroy again in the next area, then equip your bow and arrow while running to the room where the Emperor is usually assassinated. By standing on this window and looking down with the camera offset, you can shoot the assassin, aggroing him. You may need to crouch to see him. Run over to the gate in the other room. Avoid the team and do not yield to them like I do in this demonstration. Once the assassin is in range, yield to him and pickpocket him, placing your lockpicks in his inventory, then draw your bow and shoot him. Avoid sneak attacking him, as it may kill him too early. Back up and he'll open the gate to reach you. As soon as possible, kill him. Flare is a good option for this. Once he's dead, wait for Boris to say, "No, we've failed." Yield to him and talk to him, and choose one of these 3 classes for their speed and athletics focus. After closing the class menu, you can back away and skip Boris's next dialogue. Next, just leave through the sewers, remembering to use your hotkeyed potions to restore your fatigue and keep sprinting. Fast travel to the Imperial City Temple District. Once here, you can peek through the door of the temple and find a second, smaller door. This is the Dragonfire skip, taking you to the final scene of the main quest. Turn around, taking the door into the streets of the Imperial City. Wrap around the right side of the temple until you get a quest pop-up. Turn around and go back inside. Once inside, you may need to clear a tutorial quest pop-up. Clear it when it shows up and run over to this spot in the temple. Then, wait for a long period of time. Usually, 16 hours is enough. Your timer will skip to 0 and Martin will speak to you. After skipping this dialogue, close the next quest pop-up. Martin will run to his spot by the wall. Once he stops, you may talk to him. Your timer ends when dialogue with Martin ends, and you lose control of your character. Congratulations, you've just speedrun Oblivion Remastered any % category. If this video helped you, it would mean the world to me if you would let me know in the comments. If not, and you have questions or suggestions on how it could be improved, I would love to know what you think. And if you just enjoyed the video, a like is always appreciated. Thank you for watching.